This is just AMZN on Thursday, December 12th, 2019. Well, that worked. Nailed it, I guess. So wedge totally breaking out. We got back into this range. We didn't stop at this pivot on this channel. I mean, it wasn't really even a channel. It was the bottom edge of this line was really forming the wedge. Bottom edge of the line, bottom line here, forming the top of that wedge, broke out, retested. Oh man, amazing retest off 1747. And we're above it. So if we do the same thing we did before, let me duplicate this, move this up. I don't even know if this is tracking anything. It's just that point. There's not another point. It's just this point, this point, this point, and then adding this one to it. So we ran right up into that. Could have drawn that one in there, I guess, yesterday. Let me duplicate it again. And maybe we'll just do something like this tomorrow and move up into the next one. You know what? This is looking really bullish. I'm going to draw another one. Let's see if we can get, and now technically I don't know exactly where tomorrow will be. Again, that's kind of overnight. So that's kind of overnight. So then, let's see. That would be overnight and the next day. I'm just trying to measure overnight and the next day, something like that. So maybe 1780. Okay, that's kind of cool. This lines up 1781. That's the midpoint between this line and this line. So I'm looking for 1781 tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. This is still rallying after hours. All right, I'm going to zoom in now. We got the lines. This is rallying after hours. If there's any sort of gap up that we didn't get today, I was looking for a gap up today. It didn't. Through an amazing hammer. Look at this hammer. It comes right down into this channel, doesn't touch the bottom, bounces amazingly off of 1747 and goes. And I was in this, I'll show you what I was in, 1760. I thought 1760 was a nice target. Got in got in at 4, stopped down at 3, and had a target at 6. And I was way off on the target. I should have had a target like at 8. So anyway, yeah, that it hit that like within a couple minutes, and it was great. And then I was out, and then it continued, and I just had to be okay with being out. And then I think I was tied up with something else. Yeah, I wasn't even watching the market when this came in. But another opportunity to get in. Now, unfortunately, not the same price at 4 on this option, 1760. It actually came down into $3. So 4-way through would not have worked here. But any point after this, you could have still been buying at 4. It didn't come down to 3. Buying at 4 all through here, even this late, okay, not after this, but after that, it didn't come back down. So that was this massive move, high volume. I was getting in again over here, I think on this candle, and I didn't wait for it to pull back enough and got stopped out for a small loss in here just to see it rally after I stopped out. So that was annoying, but I made some nice gains here, got in too late over here. I really liked that breakout, just didn't wait for it to come all the way back into the 21. I thought it was going to hold kind of the highs through here, and it pulled a little too far back, and I had my stop too tight for what I was looking for it to do here. So but yeah, a really nice breakout of this line. I mean, this was the neckline here, double top, broke down, came back down here, inverted headed shoulders here, double shoulder, I guess, breakout of a neckline of either a double bottom here or a multi-bottom or an inverted head and shoulder. I mean, you can draw this any number of ways, this shape right here, and then ultimately breaking out, making a new high in the day right before the close. And if we do gap up, there's some bears trapped that were going short right here. Good place to look for it to go and roll over, because, I mean, we're right into that level, which I just drew in, right? So anyway, really nice move. Again, 1760 calls worked really nicely. They got into the money a couple times, and that helped. But on the flip side, you could have been getting in to take this back down bearish. This kind of consolidation here after a big bearish candle, this looked like it needed a retest. It retested really well. After getting a nice gain, for those who held on to this, it needed more of a rest. It got more of a rest. We did come right into the 1760 price that I was talking about, 762. Came right into that price. Really 762, 1760. Went into that price, came all the way back down to 1747, and then rallied really nicely off of there. So great opportunity to short it from this point back down to 1747 if you were doing that with puts. The 1750 put was really nice. Again, 4 and 3 or 4x3 would have been a little tight here with the stop. I don't know that you would have been getting in at 4 here. With a stop at 3, you would have been waiting till it started to do the rollover, and then got in as it moves here. Probably getting in 4x3 or with a stop limit at 4. Maybe getting filled, maybe not. And then that would have been a nice gain. This is what I should have done in the calls too. So 4x3 up to 9, that worked here. 4x3 from here up to 9 worked here on the puts. And then back over to the calls, 4x3 up to 9 again. So both with the 1760 calls, 4x3 worked twice, and with the 1750 put, worked nicely here as well. So I could have done similarly or the same pricing, same entry, but just different options in different directions. So for tomorrow, let's see if we gap up. If we gap up, that means we're above this level. And like I was talking about the other day, which one was it? It's going to start to look something like this one, where we get above it, or it's going to start to look something like this one. We get above it, maybe a retest into it, and then rally. Or I'd really like to see that one. Well, no, I guess that one was just a steady increase. That wasn't very volatile, but we've been bumping into our downtrend line just like this one. That's why I haven't gotten rid of these yet. There's some framework here that's still showing up. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4 touches of this downtrend line. Then we have a bullish gap and go up and just grind higher. So if we do something like that here, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches now. And I'm counting these as touches because they actually did touch this line. But right here, it'd be a bullish retest gap. We'd be clearing resistance here and here if we do gap up. And then we're above the 21. We don't have a squeeze. We got increased volume with this move. Yesterday was one white soldier. So we opened and closed above the prior day's close, but it was still like an inside candle. So it wasn't very strong, but it had the tweezer bottom going. So this is looking really strong right now if we can get a bullish retest gap. And then it's really a question of, can we do this kind of a rally again? Can we rally right back up to 1815 again? I think we can, and it just means we're channeling. Once we get up here again, then will we stay here and come back down? I mean, if we can just trade this a few times, that'd be amazing. I'd be good with that until it changes and do something else. But right now, this is looking bullish. Alternatively, if we get some sort of breakdown back down through this, it has the potential to look like this again, where it comes right back down, pushes all the way back down to 1747. Now, at this point, 1747 is not far. So if we break down through this line, we'll probably end up pushing down to 1727.80 or 1714.50. Those are our next couple of supports. And if we do get down to 1714.50, then it's going to trap more bulls here, and it does have the potential to roll over. That's not what this is looking like right now. Right now, it's looking like this is going to continue higher. And again, if we can get above 1766.89, either with a gap up or a quick move up through that, any sort of high wave candle tomorrow, buy the breakout from that, or if it breaks out and then does some sort of retest. But picture this. If we open with something like this, with these kinds of candles, high wave candles over here, and it's gapping up above 1766, 1767, I mean, that's not far. And if we can open up with something like that, this thing is going to run. And 1781 is an easy target and could even go further than that tomorrow. Look at what we did here. We have this here. We got a lot of people getting in bearish. We had a decline in volume on the stair stepping, bearish candles. Now we've got an increase in volume with the bullish candles. This is looking directionally bullish again off of 1747. We'll see if it works. All right, that's what I got. Hope this helps. This is Justin AMZN. Thanks.